Hey, what's up, everyone? I apologize. I haven't been able to get another video out a little sooner. I had a few things that I wanted to get done, but it is what it is. Family life happens. The kids and the wife come first. So, real quick, I wanted to make one just to talk about two words I really dislike and two words I wish I could try to never use ever again. The first one, if they're both four-letter words, and no, probably not what you're thinking. The first one is real simple: hate. Hate is not a word that people use, I would say, correctly all the time. People say I hate something way too often. It sounds like such a simple word and such a simple term, but it isn't. Truly hating something is, I believe, that's reserved for something terrible. Like if you say you hate a person, why do you hate them? Because they cut you off in traffic, you know, they took something from you, something small. Maybe they owe you money and they're not going to pay it. That is not a good reason to hate someone. You can dislike them, not respect them, not trust them, surely, but hate, I think that's a word that should be reserved for when somebody does something truly terrible to you. Hate is not a word I think should be used unless it's being used for a very good reason. And it's difficult to stop using it. I've tried very hard, and every now and again I let it slip. It's not intentional. Try to say I dislike something or someone, but it's not it's not a word you can eliminate immediately. It takes a while. But that's something I think everyone should work on, especially going forward in life. It's real simple because hatred, it's a terrible thing. Hating is not something that helps anymore. Hating actually it's not just harmful to people around you because it's toxic. It's also self-defeating. You know, I feel like if you truly hate something, there is no repairing a relationship with it. You know what I mean? So you can dislike somebody, but you could work on, or they can work on repairing that with you. But hating someone, if you think you hate somebody, there's no repairing that relationship, and it's terrible. And it's the same thing, if you hate something, you know, I've heard kids before say, I hate Brussels sprouts. You don't hate them, you just dislike them. You don't like the taste, or you don't like the texture, whatever it may be. But you don't hate them. Come on. That's too simple. That's one word I think everybody should strongly consider using something different. The next one is one that I have done my best to drum out of my vocabulary completely, unless it's in a certain context. And that word is can't. My daughter uses the word can't when she's trying to do so many things because they're difficult. She's young, she's trying to do it, and she's having a hard time. But saying that you can't do something, you're selling yourself short, you're stopping yourself from realizing your potential, even if it's just something simple. When my daughter gets done her shower and she's dry, mostly dried off, you're a little damp, your hair's damp. She has longer hair, so it takes a while to dry it. But, she's trying to put her pajamas on. She's got to put her shirt on. She's having a hard time, getting her arms through because she's a little damp. Same thing with getting it over her head. And she's, I can't do it. It's not that you can't do it. It's a little difficult, but you can do it. You are selling yourself so short by saying you can't do something. You know, you get into a funk because you convince yourself that there's no way you could possibly do it. And that's a terrible way to go through life. It's a way to, give yourself an out if something is difficult, saying you can't do it. I've done a lot of things over the years, whether it's, sports or music, work, you take your pick, relationships, nothing, you know, at least I don't believe. There's not much that's truly impossible. It is possible. Is it difficult? Absolutely. But it doesn't mean you can't do it. The best thing you can do is believe in yourself. If you if you have a hard time getting that word out of your vocabulary, try saying I can't do it yet. Or try saying, "Oh, this is tough. I'm having a hard time. But it's not that you can't do it. You can do it, or you will be able to do it. It just takes time, and it takes hard work and effort. But saying you can't do something and ending it there, it stops you from putting forth the effort. And that's a shame, especially for a lot of people. Because there's so many people who do not realize how good they are at something, or all of the things they can truly do, if they say they can't do it, because they just stop. And it's hard for me to see people go through that, especially someone like my daughter. And for those of you out there who don't believe in yourself, and then you use, that kind of thing for an out, let me tell you, I believe in you. I believe you can do it. Just because something is difficult doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue it. Give yourself a chance. Truly put forth the real effort in whatever it is. It doesn't matter. I hope going forward, in your everyday life, whatever it may be, those two words, I truly believe you can take them out and it will help you. It will help you, have a better frame of mind. It will help you, get into a better headspace. You'll be less down on yourself. Those two words can be toxic. For those of you who overuse that word as well, those things that, they poison your mind into thinking that things are impossible or that things are too difficult. Taking that away can free your mind to do so many things. So, you know, I really, really hope for all of you out there that, used to be in that same frame of mind as I was, using those words, that you can push that out of your vocabulary and get into a more positive way of thinking. Because the truth is, I believe in you, and I believe you can do anything you put your mind to, regardless of what it is. I truly do. And I pray that you guys have nothing but the best for every day. And don't forget, the more you can do, the more you can live. You only get so many years. And I talked about this in one of my previous videos. You only get so many years. So that negative way of thinking takes some of that time away from you. You deserve better. So do yourself a favor. Try to eliminate those two words as best you can from your vocabulary, except where they're absolutely needed. I believe it will truly help you. And I'll tell you right now, it helps me. It actually helps me be happier, and it helps me focus and move things forward better than I can imagine. Better than I could have imagined, I should say. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Listen, I am going to do my best to have a couple videos out in the next couple days. I apologize for the slow rollout of certain videos. I have a couple of movie trailer reviews I also want to do. And hopefully pretty soon I want to put up a movie trailer review for John Wick, for the Flash movie. And there's a couple others I'd like to try. And I also, hopefully after the weekend it comes out, I believe it's March 24th that John Wick 4 comes out, I should have a movie review of that as well. And that should probably be a quick one because I'll only be able to get certain, things uh, out of my head that I'm thinking at the time, because I'm going to see it with my dad and I just kind of want to enjoy the time with him. But that being said, I love you. I believe in you. And I truly do believe you can do anything that you put your mind to. God bless, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Later.